I'm out at the Elk River Hiking Trail, and originally this was going to be a family camp out with my wife and son, but the weekend we chose, the weather was not so good. It's raining and thunderstorms, and I don't know, that scared them off, but it didn't scare me off, so I'm still going to do kind of a rainy day hike. I don't know, I'm hoping maybe there was enough rain that there's some places where there might be some waterfalls, so I'm going to see if I can find some waterfalls and go get some video of that. Other than that, I'm just mainly going to try to stay warm and dry. The rain, it's kind of just sprinkling right now, but it's been definitely heavier on and off as I was driving down here. So I'm expecting it to stay kind of that way all night. Anyway, I guess enough procrastinating in the warm car. I'm going to get out there and get to it. So I've inserted at the parking lot that's between the 9 and 10 mile mark. I'm heading west towards the 10, should be coming up here real soon. I can tell water levels are high. I don't think too high though. I'll have to keep in mind anything I cross, the water might be higher tomorrow when I leave, so because there's more rain expected. But there's a water crossing coming up that'll give me a good idea how bad things are relative to other trips I've had out here. So this water crossing looks relatively tame. A couple of really great campsites around this 10 mile mark water crossing. We crossed over there. There's some camping over that way. I also, walking up, saw one on the other side of the stream. But this one's always kind of the biggest, most interesting one. There's one way up top of the hill that has a kind of a big rock table. Columbines. So for me, that's about 1.5 miles so far. It's 2.5 miles for me. This might end up being my best freshwater source for the night. Depending on what I do, I may come back this way. So, it's kind of an interesting spot down here where people have camped before, and I've always kind of wanted to come here. It might sound strange, but it has a bunch of useful trash. There's brick, kind of brick blocks, and then there's like this barrel that could be used to keep things dry, or that could be used to make a table. There's already a fire ring down there. The brick gives you an opportunity to make kind of a special stove. A cow. Anyway, still might come back here. But I'm gonna keep going. This really is one of the best parts of the trail. A little swampy today. Okay. Yeah, that's my warning. There's a bit of a technical section coming up. I brought a trekking pole for the sole reason of getting across this section. So I'm gonna get my pole out. This part's always a little sketchy. Across this. All right. So cool. I just love that tree defiantly on the edge of this thing. It's been there forever. Okay. Up to 3.5 miles for me. Well, my theoretical waterfall is supposed to be right there. It's not enough water coming down to have it running. It's pretty cool because it just comes through that one spot, so it kind of falls like a bridal fall type thing. It just comes out of one place and it falls all the way down the cliff. But there's nothing to see here today. So that's about 4 miles in. I'm gonna head back and I think I'm gonna camp around that area where that brick and stuff was and check that out. weather was supposed to be bad, but it's just not that bad. This is the perfect rainy day hike if you were to pick just the right amount of a little bit of rain. This was kind of it. I've gotten some kind of cool pictures, and there's definitely a little bit of spring blooming around here. And it's supposed to be kind of training, but it doesn't feel right to push myself. I can just kind of like enjoying a quiet, peaceful walk. Other than my babbling right now, mostly I've been getting a lot of bird sounds around me. This spot. It's always the trash spot, I remember. Maybe someday I'll come here and clean it up. Let's see, show you what I'm talking about. I don't know what all kinds of various bits of things. Well, it's 4:30. I'm at this place that has the what I call useful trash. There's already a brick fire ring. There's kind of some metal pipes that could be made into tables. Barrels, I guess. Could be made into tables. There's a whole pile of more bricks over there. I'm hammock camping, so I have to have... This actually isn't bad. I kind of need a fire near... I want to have my tarp to hang out under, and I need to be able to hang up the hammock, but I also, since it might rain, want my tarp to help with the fire, covering it up, so I could do it here. This isn't bad. There's plenty of wood. It's kind of early to be knocking off, but I guess I'm going to do it, because I could kind of see where I think I can do my tarp. This is going to work. So, let's see. Fire ring. There's that tree, and then I think this tree right here. I can run the tarp. I can have a little have it pulled out. So I have a little roof I can have the fire under, and then I can kind of keep it far enough away from the hammock. Yeah, I don't see widowmakers. I think the trees all look lively. Yeah, okay. Screw it. Early dinner tonight, I guess. Okay, I've got tarp set up. Kind of a strange geometry because of how the trees are positioned. Got a little awning here. I think the fire's gonna be a little too close in. My hammock will kind of run down this way, so I'm gonna actually move the fire kind of out so it's kind of out the edge. All right, I went with the square fireplace. A little bit of a back reflecting wall, and I got plenty more pieces of brick over there if I want to keep messing around with it. Maybe I could build myself a whole chimney. So just outside, but if I kind of need to pull some coals in because it's raining, I can probably save my fire. And plenty of room to stand comfortably in here. I wish I had a shovel. The floor kind of sucks, but I can kind of just do it with my feet, I guess. I've added a table. I went quite a ways to get that. The ones over here are just kind of a little too rusted apart. All right, I've set up the cooler. Yeah, the water source is just a few steps away from the tarp, which is nice. In kind of a low area. There's quite a bit of down wood, but probably a lot of it's wet too, so I'll Probably have a little trouble getting a fire going, but I'm guessing it won't be too bad. I've never had real issues with fire at the Elk River Hiking Trail. There's always some wood that'll burn. All unpacked. Probably about time for one of these. Say hello to my friends in Canada. My eggshell fire starter going. I'm gonna start building up this fire. It is raining just a little bit. This tarp is bigger than my lightweight one I used to bring backpacking. That one broke. This one's a little heavier, but it's big. There's a lot of space. Can't really show it on camera. But anyway, time to go to the beer cooler. All right, nobody found my stash. Kind of wish I had a little stepping stone rock, but maybe that might be something for the next trip. There's a rock right there. I'll use that. Well, that's not mine. I guess I'll pick up some trash. For tonight's dinner, Kathmandu curry from Nomad Nutrition. I've had this before and I like it. It's a good curry, kind of a yellow curry flavor. It's got chickpeas. It's all vegetarian. I didn't know until just recently it's a product of Canada. So let's see, 620 calories and looks like all readable ingredients. Should be pretty healthy. I've also got a ramen that I might have as a second meal. We'll see. That was weird. Some old dude just went hiking along the trail and he trolled me as he went by. He says, I hope a tree falls down on your tent and you die. Just kidding. And then he hikes off. I'm like, well, that was a little strange. I hope he makes it out of here all right. And, you know, it's a valid concern. There's dead stuff down here all over the place. This is kind of like there's the cliffs, and then this is like the low area that sometimes the water comes up this high. And so all these trees kind of get a little rotten. And they do fall. But I looked when I got here, all the ones around me are alive, and there's, I don't know. I mean, like, I think that one would fall, but it's going to go that way. That one definitely has buds on it. It's alive. So, I don't know. Kathmandu curry is really pretty good. Very tasty. Has some nice noodles and some chickpeas and a really good yellow curry kind of spiced flavor. It's delicious. And warm food, warming me up. The rain has been on and off, and it's going to be about sunset right now. So just be hanging out by the fire under the tarp. This fire is ridiculously warm. Took a long time to get to this point, but I think it might be too hot now. Well, the rain has finally hit properly. The water was pouring on the fire, so I anchored the tarp this way just to draw the water away. And I'm capturing some fresh water to filter and drink. Fire might become a problem, but I don't really need it. But the beer has run dry. All right. I don't want my booties to get too wet, so I need to do this fast. This is like a video game run. All right, we're gonna do this fast. Oh, 2 left. Oh. I'm gonna try this Trailtopia curry ramen noodles. It is fully raining. This is a light snack, 219 calories. Trailtopia curry ramen was not good. It was just very bland. Very, very bland. It had it seemed it wasn't salty enough, and I don't know. Just bland. A little bit of 5-spice seasoning. Otherwise, really bland. Well, I got my hammock set up under quilt, and I'm hanging my various items from the ridgeline. I'm gonna also just lay my raincoat over the top to help it dry out. It's pouring. More storms are rolling in. I think this is the end. Fire's starting to go out, and I'm tired of taking care of it. So good night. Well, good morning. I don't want to get up. I've got a soupy mess outside, but things are pretty dry under the tarp. I should get up, make some coffee. I'm all packed up, except for the tarp. So I am about to get wet. I love those yellow flowers. I think I'm gonna go run through them. Somehow, one of my beers, the cooler was down there. One of my beers jumped the dam and made it all the way over to here. Well, I'm not gonna cross here, but I'm gonna cross over and go pick that up. I gotta say, this is the prettiest swamp I've ever been in. was dry yesterday. Oh, it's kind of a waterfall up there. X marks the spot. So this is the water crossing near the 10. This looks livelier than I remember it yesterday. My feet are already wet, so I'll probably just cross it, but you can always kind of go up further upstream if it's a problem. Oh yeah. Well, let's see. I just wish I knew how deep that was. Ooh. Alright. Pushing on me pretty good. Alright. Well, that got up to the tops of my shins. So I estimate I'm about half a mile to the car. Parked in a weird place because somebody had set up a camper in the parking lot and basically took up the whole parking lot. I had a camper and a kind of a tarp set up and fire going and all kinds of stuff. It seemed super weird to pull up and park next to him, so I parked further up the road near where there's an old road that they closed. I just pulled in there as far as I could. So when I get back to the parking lot, I have to go just a little further. See if these people are still parked in the parking lot. They're gone. So we are here, and we hiked, what is that, 10-mile crossing. This is where we were by the river at 11. 12, I camped probably right there. 13, this is about where the bowl is. That waterfall I was looking for was, I don't know, maybe right around there. And then came back to the same spot. And I am parked up the road because some fool was taking up this whole place. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you can follow along on all of my future adventures. This trip was training for an upcoming trip to New Mexico. I'll be doing 2 hikes out there. The first one in the Hondo Columbine Wilderness area near Taos, and the second hike will be in the Gila Wilderness in southwestern New Mexico.